Illinois Governor J.B. Pritzker lashing out at President Trump yesterday, calling the president's comments to bring law and order. He called it illegal, unconstitutional, and un-American. Listen.
Over the weekend, we learned from the media that Donald Trump has been planning for quite a while now to deploy armed military personnel to the streets of Chicago. This is exactly the type of overreach that our country's founders warned against. What President Trump is doing is unprecedented and unwarranted. It is illegal. It is unconstitutional. It is un-American.
The racist mayor of Chicago, who is being investigated for his bigoted hiring practices, said that the efforts by President Trump to deploy the Illinois National Guard to protect the people of Chicago from rampant violent crime was somehow racist. The mayor neglected to define what race he thought criminals are. Let's discuss with the Chris Salcedo Show's Legal Eagles, former U.S. Attorney, Washington, D.C., and former Chief Counsel for the Senate Rules Committee, Joe diGenova, and former Chief Counsel for the Senate Intelligence Committee and former Senior Justice Department official, Victoria Toensing, both Newsmax contributors. Hello, you two. Joe, Pritzker also claimed that he lives rent-free in President Trump's head. Watch.
We're very pleased about the progress that we're making. I know that I live rent-free in the president's head. And I wish he would spend some time in Chicago so that he could see what a lovely city we have.
Yeah, and it pans right up to the Trump building. He said this after he bashed his own Illinois National Guard, suggesting that their mission of protecting citizens of Chicago was somehow unlawful, unconstitutional. You heard him, un-American. Joe, what does the law say about a president's ability to deploy the National Guard to protect our people?
Well, when there is a threat to public safety and an emergency, the president, even without the consent of the governor of a state, can deploy military troops, including the state's National Guard, to a city to protect federal facilities like federal buildings, the U.S. Attorney's Office, the U.S. Courthouse, and to protect federal officials like judges, federal prosecutors, and ICE agents and other people. So he's simply wrong. It's not illegal. It's not unconstitutional. I think what you see being displayed here is the kind of ignorance and overreach that demonstrates why so many businesses and people are leaving Illinois and Chicago.
You know, folks, I thank God for my wonderful wife, my kids, my country, the greatest nation ever. And Americans like you who believe in the truth, the Chris Salcedo Show will never stop fighting for you.
The Chris Salcedo Show, for the news you need to know.